Thomas Zielinski, the junior world silver medalist, and bringing forward 166 kilos from the first half, just a kilo more than David Matam, who is the current leader on 365 with his body weight. 202 on the bar here. So this for 368 in the lead. Nicely done, Randy.
Very nice jerk. He makes the jerk look as if there's no weight on the bar.
So just the first of his 3 attempts.
Pulls the weight up, reverses directions, gets under it. He's going to dip, drive with his legs, and then split his feet front and back to get under the bar. Watch how effortlessly he does this. Boom. It makes it look easy. Chest gets thrust out, head forward. That's to get under the bar.
Isn't that nice to see, Randy? Nice packed auditorium.
Yeah.
Even the upper shelf of seats, and it will get even more crowded as the afternoon progresses here. But this is the man who already has a gold medal for Lithuania from the first half of the competition. Yeah. And as I said earlier, he makes it 50 countries who are going to go home. We have 32 countries participating here, so we're getting pretty close to 50% of the field going home with medals, which is very, very healthy.
Yeah.
And very rewarding, because the European Federation has been really attentive in its out-of-competition random anti-doping testing, and to try and make sure that it's as clean and level playing field as possible.
By the way, that was smelling salts that Bronius Vistikauskas was rubbing in his nose. As David's talking about doping, didn't want you to think it's a banned substance. Just ordinary smelling salts.
A little bit of ammonia.
Yeah, horrible smelling stuff.
But it doesn't half wake you up. Now, 177, that's what he's got. Now he's trying to add 205 to maintain his advantage. Did have that one failure in the first half of the competition when he was trying to really open up an advantage. Well, a little bit of relief there, but when you consider that he actually did 216 kilos, taking the junior European title.
Yeah, I don't know. He would have had to go pretty deep in the well to do that based on how strong he looks here now. In other words, he was relieved to make that, and we can see the jerk is going to be the challenge for him. Almost looks as if he could have power cleaned that, but watch this jerk. Watch how deep he gets driven in this jerk to make this left. Look at this. Saves it, although, good save. And you can see, thank you.
382 into the #1 spot. Still to start, Anatoly Kriku, and also Andrei Damanov and Gevorik Pogosyan of Armenia. And just looking at the weights there, Pogosyan not due in till 210, Damanov not till 214, and also Kriku of Moldova not planned until 210 either. And as a result of what you just said there, Randy, it could well be that, well, I was going to say Dispalis, but he's actually got Navarro who's going to come in now for 207. So that gives him, the man in picture there, just a little bit longer to recover.
Right. He's taking advantage of it too, really relaxing back there, conserving energy. Clean and jerk takes a lot out of you physically.
So Jose, he's on a total of 357. He entered a total of 372, which is his target. So he'd have to do something quite remarkable to get up there for that. That's simply because the snatch phase didn't quite go to plan. So he's trying to make up for lost kilos in the first half here. This to 362 if he gets it. Ten seconds.
Well, there's that leg strength thing that we commented on the first attempt.
Well, that's what I said. The clean is where his problem. If he stands up, I think he's got the strength to jerk it overhead.
Yeah, he pulls it in pretty easily, and you know, it seemed counterintuitive to me because he seems like this beefy guy that you expect to squat a lot. But watch, part of it is he doesn't catch the bounce. I mean, he just bottoms out there, and then I'll tell you, he didn't fight that to the death though, standing up. This is like, okay, try it heavy, dump it. Some guys would be bouncing 3-4 times.
And you've got to go back to 2008 in Beijing to see him picking up those sort of weights. And Matam out now for France. And actually, Matam having not a bad afternoon here. He's on 365. Now, this is a 5 kilo increase, which would take him to 370. What did he enter? 370. So this, to achieve what he set out to do,
yeah, if this man just had a slightly better lockout, the lifting would be so much easier for him. He's doing this on strength, easy clean. I mean, look at that clean compared to the prior attempt, and just could not hold it overhead. But it is within his reach. Nice progression of attempts for him today. Showed some confidence and well warranted.
Yeah, 4 out of 6, and just missed that target. But on the other hand, not that bad an afternoon. I mean, 365. Actually, he's ended up on the same total that he got in the World Championships a couple of years ago.
Just not quite. Maybe he'll make it in Paris later this year.
Navarro out onto the stage. Well, if you go back 5 years, European Championships, he was clean and jerking 210 and well over the 2.5s consistently. Recent times, haven't really been seeing those sort of numbers. And that, I'm afraid, is the final attempt for him, and it really hasn't turned out as he would have wished at all.
More fight than on the previous attempt, but still not quite there.
And Spain yet to get on the medal roster. That may happen later when Lydia Valentin goes in the women's 75 kilo class. But actually, a disappointing afternoon for the Spaniard.
Yeah, that breathing he goes through, I didn't realize he did that. It's like the little engine that could, as he's getting psyched up over the bar, huh?
Jarzynski, good first attempt at 202. The bar going up 6 kilos now. And currently, Jarzynski with a total of 368 in second place to Didsbalis. So trying to close that gap just a little bit here. And this would take him to 374, maintain his second place position. 374 would equal what he achieved in Antalya in the senior worlds.
Boy. Okay, that's the psychological part. You know, he didn't even try to jerk it. Clean wasn't the easiest. Mentioned this in earlier programs. When you're that tired and you have such a heavy weight on your chest, it's easy to talk yourself out of the jerk. That's exactly what he does here. Watch. We might be able to see it in his face when he gets set after he stands up.
Yeah, this is the separation of mind and body.
Well, or synchronization, however you want to look at it, because he's got to really want this now, and he just chokes.
Does have one more attempt to try and put this right, and that's the test of a lifter if he can come back after that and put it right.
You know, and in fairness to him, looking at his eyes after, you know, he might have been getting a little lightheaded. Well, let's give him the benefit of the doubt. Let's see if he comes roaring back on his third attempt. Remember in his opener, he made the jerk look very light.
Yeah, it didn't look that close to the windpipe, I have to say.
Yeah, sometimes it's just from holding your breath, Dave. It doesn't have to be that you're getting strangled, you know, as if we want to do to each other sometimes, but it's just holding your breath with the effort, lightheaded. Sometimes, of course, when a lifter misses a lift, suddenly he's passing out or tore a callus, you know. Damanov.
Yeah, beginning to think quite seriously. He has posted 2:14, and that hasn't changed. Before him, it's going to be Kriku from Moldova. And coming in at 2:10. Now remember, this man has already got a medal from the first part, silver medal, by virtue of lighter body weight over Pogosyan. Pogosyan yet to start, so 173 he brings forward, trying to add 210 to it. So pretty good start there from him, and you can see goes into first place by a kilo. He's not only wiped out the deficit of a couple of kilos from the first half of the competition, he's now put himself a kilo to the good.
Really nice the way he sets up and just goes very quickly in the clean. Clean was easy for him. Jerk, he's working a little bit to hold this thing overhead. You can tell the effort, but stationary, stable, good lift.
So Kriku, lighter than Dzyzbalis, this man, so that's worth keeping in mind. And Zielinski coming out, and Dzyzbalis has posted 2:11 as his next attempt. So Zielinski really needs these 8 kilos.
Whoa, so choked on the jerk on the prior attempt, choked on the clean this time, not the pattern we want.
Yeah, I'm quite surprised about that. You know, he was lifting, as I said, 208 in Antalya. Generally, in the earlier parts of the season with the Junior Worlds, he was around 205, 200. So this was a test, and I think we have to also be realistic for him. You know, last season, 2010, was his first experience in 94 kilos. And not everybody, you know, goes wham bang, comes in and cracks it within a season.
Yeah, I thought he opened the evening well. I mean, I'm fairly impressed with him, but did not end the way he would like it to.
Now, Dzyzbalis. Now, this is a 6 kilo increase to put him back into the lead and give him a total of 388. But still Damanov and Pogosyan to start in the wings.
He needs this lift.
Very deep again, and he has suddenly reached the wall.
Well, this is why I said he needed it. He got the margin that he hoped for in the snatch. You could tell in the first attempt, clean and jerk, particularly the jerk phase, is not his cup of tea. You could see it in spades on that attempt, and this might be all she wrote for him.
And remember, what he was trying to do on that third attempt in the snatch was give himself an extra 5 kilos. Now, if he had that extra 5 kilos, he'd be 387 now, and that might have kept him on the podium. As it is, he might just be bumped off the overall podium now.
Yeah, because basically he put money in the bank in the snatch, and he's drawing it out really rapidly right now, losing ground.
And Dizbalis, nobody else wants this. Damanov, 213, 214 for Pogosyan. So the coach is working this out here. They want to get rid of this man. That's Kolesnikov and David Riggott looking after Damanov. So you sense that this competition just building now towards the climax. And what I'm really hoping is that Damanov can really bring his best to this. And if Pogosyan does it as well, we could have a terrific final fight here.
We'd love that. Yeah, because snatching didn't really go the way that we would prefer, that they would prefer, and maybe we'll make up for that now in the clean and jerk.
And remember that Damanov was only actually 2 kilos behind Pogosyan at the halfway stage. And now Dizbalis coming out for 211.
Down.
Yeah, the clock is running down. 15 seconds coming up to it now.
I wonder if he's aware of this, David. He's at the chalk stand with 12 seconds. I don't think he knows what's going on with the clock and just realized it.
Yeah.
He's got to get the bar moving before the clock goes to 0.
3, 2. Well done for getting the clean. No, all too much. He needed more time.
No, you know what? He needs a better jerk.
Well,
I mean, you said that diplomatically, but
yeah.
Truth is, I almost thought it would be an advantage to him, David. The reason why, in the end, is that if he was talking himself out of the jerk, being rushed like that, he wouldn't have time to go through all that. But you know what? The jerk is just not something he's very good at yet. Got driven down to one knee. I think we'll see that if we get slow-mo here. Watch the jerk. And watch the right knee. I think it's going to be, should touch the platform. Shouldn't, but does.
Yes, it does. Left knee on the platform. So Damanov out now for 213 and needs to get this first time. This for the lead by a kilo. Strong overhead, brings those feet in line and puts himself into overall gold, much to the delight of the Tatarstan fans here in the basket hall in Kazan. And now his spirits are high, Randy.
Yeah, you know, I'm almost wondering today why that huge celebration, you know, on a first attempt. I think he should be saving some energy, you know. It's not over yet. It's great to get a first attempt, but, you know, there's more to do here.
Indeed there is, and the character of the man is going to be tested when he gets into a fight with Pogosyan.
Yeah. So he's in first place now, right? And
absolutely
on the board, but the game's only beginning.
In fact, 384, Damanov. Cricu of Romania, 383. Dizbalis, who's finished, is in overall bronze at the moment on 382. And you've got to remember that Cricu has still got 2 attempts as well. So Pogosyan's got 3, Damanov's got 2, and Pogosyan's got all 3.
And Pogosyan's coming out for 215, so he'll be the first guy to leapfrog him if successful.
And remember, Pogosyan's got a 2-kilo pull on Damanov from the first half. He is heavier than Damanov, but 2 kilos is 2 kilos. So Pogosyan to take the lead away from Damanov. .388. That is his target here. Now suddenly the edge and advantage might swing back to Damanov, because I'm pretty sure that Pogosyan has got to try this 215 again.
Yeah, now let's watch. He misses this jerk badly, and I'm going to say, you know, maybe Damanov had a crystal ball, and that's why he celebrated. Let's watch this jerk. No, and that's going to weigh heavily on his brain. He's going to have to make this weight and more.
Now the only advantage he's got is that Kriku of Moldova wants exactly the same weight, so that gives Bogosian just that little bit of extra respite to compose himself. Now Kriku, European under-23 champion last season in Limassol, totaled up 379, and now he's well into the 380s. Holds that together, brings that left foot forward, down signal goes, little smile because he's got it, and 5 kilos more takes Anatoly Kriku of Moldova up to 385, and Moldova have the advantage.
I like the way this guy gets set up. We don't quite see it in the replay, but he just goes up, grabs the bar, stands over, doesn't really completely dive forward, but close to a dive, gets set, cleans it, dips, drives, jerk, has to work a little bit on the jerk once again, but he's fighting in, he's holding it. Good lift, smile, he's happy.
Well, this is a really good finish here, isn't it? Which way is it going to go? Is it going to Kriku, Damanov, or is Bogosian going to get himself? Yeah. And Damanov, 216, Bogosian deciding that he's going to rest out here.
Yeah, he's going to risk, he's going to roll the dice. He missed, but he's going to let the weight go up. Risky strategy. If it works, everyone will say, oh, genius. If not, they'll say goat.
Because remember, Bogosian does not have a total.
Right, exactly. So that's why it's a gamble.
Yeah, he could go from hero to zero.
That's what I mean, yep.
So this is for 389. Bogosian, the heaviest of the 3 contenders left in this competition. So he needs this extra kilo to go ahead of Kriku by just a kilo. Second attempt. The 85-kilo European champion of last season in this new weight category in 2011. And responds really well. Gets under that bar, drives it up there, and 3 white lights, and Armenia now ahead of Moldova with Russia in the bronze medal position. And it's Damanov who suddenly finds himself now 5 kilos off the lead.
Yeah. Well, so what we say, hero to zero, you know, genius or goat? Well, looks like a genius. Boy, I'll tell you, if commitment could make that lift, that's what did it. This guy really attacks this. Look at this. Ferocious.
And no easy thing to win an 85 championship 1 year before and then come back and literally in less than 12 months get yourself together in a new weight category.
Why don't you spend some time eating? Now, of course, what David's saying is completely true because it's a big step up and it has to be useful, functional, highly trained muscle.
So Damanov now being asked a question, and you pointed out, was he celebrating too early?
Yeah.
Now, the one thing we know is that Damanov has definitely got an overall medal. It can't be worse than bronze, but actually here on his home stage, he'd like better. But before that, it's Kriku who's deciding to turn the screw a little bit here. This is a 2 kilo increase to take him to 390. Can he do it? Yes, I think he can. 3 out of 3. So Moldova go back into the lead ahead of Armenia, and Damanov is now 6 kilos and body weight off.
Gotta like this guy, knows when to celebrate, doesn't get crazy about it. Well deserved, pulls, stands up with this thing. Dip, split those feet, look at that, really punches those feet front and back, recovers carefully, has to get the feet in line, waiting for the down signal. Good lift.
Interesting this round, he's coming out for 219, he had 213, that's 6 kilos. By my reckoning, he's 6 kilos behind, but he's heavier than Kriku. So if he gets this, it only takes him from third, from bronze to silver. Good clean. Strong overhead, needs to bring that. Stand still, and he's got it. He levels it up at 390, and Damanov. Well, I'm just having a look at this here about Kriku.
I'll tell you, Damanov's ready to celebrate the victory at any moment on any attempt here, but he works on this.
Yeah, but I've just wanted to just check me out here, Randy. I've got Damanov 93.90,
correct,
and 93.09 for Kriku.
Lighter.
They're both on 390. Actually, we've got a table that's put. I'm just having a look at this. Kriku is still by lighter body weight ahead.
Okay, so we got a battle.
Damanov's in the lead in the clean and jerk, but in the overall,
right.
So should he have taken 220?
You can be the one to tell that to David Riegert, okay?
So now Pogosyan trying to get back into this. Remember, he's only a kilo behind. This is 4 kilos up, and it's his third attempt. So this is what they reckon he needs to win this championship. This is to take him to 393 and the overall lead. And he stays in the bronze medal position. And we have one lift remaining.
He tried to do it on meanness again. Didn't work this time.
And the bar is at 220 kilos. And it is Damanov. And you can hear the noise behind us as you see this failed attempt. But everybody already anticipating Damanov. And the simple state of affairs is that if Damanov, who's coming out now, makes this, he takes the 94 kilo championship. If he misses, he gets the clean and jerk gold, but only the overall silver. So Damanov, big moment. Never won an individual big championship. He makes it, he's the champion. He doesn't, it goes to Moldova and Kriku. 18 seconds. On the shoulders. That is the championship of Europe for Russia. Damanov has finally done it. 3 white lights for the man from Tatarstan, the man from Kazan, and David Riegert and Nikolai Kaleshnikov. There's Riegert, and there is Kaleshnikov, the man who actually built the stage on which Damanov has actually got the gold medal.
Well, you know, any comments about is he celebrating prematurely? Is he getting ahead of himself? Just call him Hollywood. You know what? He delivered.
However, just think about what would have happened maybe if Ditsbalis would have got another 5 kilos and another few kilos in the clean and jerk. But that's an if-only question.
Exactly. Coulda, shoulda, woulda. Look at this. Has to work to stand up with this. I thought the jerk would probably be the iffier part. But look at that. That jerk, you know, it was good. Told you over the years, he's gone, I think, from a guy who had a good snatch, questionable clean and jerk, to the other direction. Now questionable snatch, but much better clean and jerk.
391. He did 393 in Antalya in the World Championships when he just missed out on a medal. He was in 4th place there. He did 393 when he was European silver medalist back in 2006. And those are the 2 set of performances. Now, if you actually look at Damanov's performances, the performances in the clean and jerk, he's got 3 good clean and jerks. In the snatch phase, though, he only got 1. 4 out of 6. Every time he's had success, he's had to get 4 out of 6. That's what he's done today. He takes the clean and jerk gold medal there with 3 out of 3. Kriku, very promising performance by the man from Moldova. And Pogosyan, well, he shouldn't be too disappointed moving up to this class for the first time in the space of 12 months.
You know, the host country, Russia's on a roll here. You got to like it. Fans are showing up to support the lifters, and the lifters are producing gold for them.
And the one thing you could say about Ditsbalis, who you see finishes in 4th place, he puts Lithuania on the medal roster. Pogosyan, 389, misses out on the silver by kilo. Kriku, Moldavia, takes the silver medal, but that 1 extra kilo because of the heavier body weight of Domanov, that does the trick. Russia get another championship.